Would you be happy for me to just help you a little bit just right now?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, so Thierry, imagine that you're dancing. Imagine a little bit the sort of the scenario that you would try to avoid. Yeah. Tune in it a little bit in it and tell me, where do you feel something?
So it starts from like 2 points. I feel it like in my around my stomach, and then like at the bottom of my throat.
Okay.
Um,
And if you had to put a color to it, what color do you think it looks like?
a color. Um, yeah, I would say. If I would put a color on it, maybe like green.
Green, dark green, or light green?
More like yeah, medium light green.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what color do you think you need in order to get rid of this feeling in your throat? And what did you say? You said a little bit lower down.
Yeah, around the stomach area.
Around your stomach. So that green feeling, if you had to pick a color that would actually get rid of that feeling, what color do you think it would be? If you had to guess, like.
Yeah. Well, I'd say if I changed my the colors, I would say maybe like more the red would be an alert when I feel the feeling, and then the green would be the one that gives me the actual okay.
Okay, so the green, so you said light green, so the red, so the feeling would actually be red,
Yeah.
and the light green would actually be to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Which actually makes sense, because red is usually related to anger or some frustration, and light green is actually when you start making a change in the actual thought process. That would make sense. So if you wouldn't mind, if you, with your permission, would you like just to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and see this nice light green, like a nice river going into your mind, down your throat, flooding in, going into your stomach, lifting this red feeling that may have been there for such a long time. Remind yourself that you're safe. We're not taking anything away. We're just making that feeling lighter and lighter and lighter. And seeing this nice light green going in, lifting, making it lighter and lighter and lighter. And as we do that, you may feel like you want to stretch, listen to your body. You may want to stand up. Whatever you need to do, it's perfectly fine. We're just trying to lift this energy and this emotion that is trapped into your body, that's been trapped for quite a long time. So just give yourself permission to see this nice little green light river flooding in, lifting, and making it lighter and lighter and lighter. And whenever you're ready, you can just open your eyes and share that experience with our listeners.
Great. Well, first of all, thank you very much for this. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. It's just a little sample, but just try to help you a little bit. So.
And yeah, the guidance is always something very good. You know, this is what I do in my coaching practice as well, in terms of, you know, marketing and all this. But so I do understand that, and it really gives me that almost like soothing feeling that goes all around, you know, the chest area, from, well, basically the 2 points that I've mentioned earlier, bottom of the throat and around the stomach, kind of actually now connected with a smooth sensation that, you know, it's gonna be okay. You know, it's there's like a sort of like cushion that's, you know, is
So we're not. So in a few minutes, it's not possible to take just the fear away straight away. But the color and what we was just trying to do was to, exactly like you say, just allowing to flow nicely, so that it's not, so that when the fear kicks in, it's not sharp. It actually feels bearable and not so much in the way. I see myself more of an energist. I work with energy, with emotion trap in the body that creates blockage. And sending your color just now is exactly like you said, it's more like a connection and allowing things to flow nicely. A little bit like a fuse box, and one fuse is no longer working, so you don't get the electricity in one room. So what we're doing is we're reconnecting all that fuse box, putting everything in the right place so that the flow of energy flows nicely, so that when you're in a trigger, which is dancing, you won't have those feelings anymore, and then you will just be able to enjoy it.
Yeah.
If you did if now you were thinking back and you were in the same scenario, does that feel a little bit different than just before?
Yeah, I think that if I'm in that same scenario, then what I would do actually is retuning into this technique that you've just
Yeah.
used right now, to remind myself, to
Yeah.
remind my
So that's just
subconscious.
like that's just like a little sample of what one technique that I use
Yeah.
to really clear it. The idea is to clear it completely, so and you can just go and enjoy it and not do it at all. But that feeling that you mentioned to our listeners about the bottom of your throat right down to your stomach, what's that feel like now, thinking in the same scenario compared to at the beginning when we saw the same scenario of dancing? Does that feel different? Does that feel like lighter or shifted
So,
or smooth, like you said? Or...
so yeah, so it's still there because,
Yeah, of
like you
course.
mentioned, obviously it's not something that's, there's no
Yeah,
magic
we'll need
pill.
about 2-3 hours. Like,
Yeah,
I can get rid of somebody's fear within 3 hours. Or
yeah,
minimum I've ever done was 45 minutes. So we
yeah,
can't just do it just a little bit. But
exactly.
just at least, like you said, it's like a little tool. You could just send that color in. You're more in control. You would know what to do. But does that feel a little bit lighter and like smoother and more
Yeah,
doable?
it definitely feels, well, again, I feel that connection between the 2 points, which
Yeah.
are, it's kind of like saying, the definition behind it is kind of saying like there's a pathway. It's everything is connected, but I can go through that way to release it. I can actually condition myself to make it work and go beyond those two feelings, rather than being separated from the vision and the end result that I want to create. I can actually reconnect to it and follow through what it is that I actually truly want to be doing.
And then you can really enjoy it. That's the thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly,
because that's
exactly.
the whole point. We really want to enjoy it.